Hello, heroes. Joe Smith here again. Joe Smith's got some more disturbing news. Yes, it's about these Democrat riots here going on in the country, especially in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Isn't that where that '70s show took place? What happened to the kids, anyways? But look, we had a instance where several felons, even a child molester, attacked a peaceful protester and medic that was rendering aid to other peaceful protesters. Well, he's peacefully protesting the burning and the looting that was going on in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Well, he got attacked, he got chased, uh, and he was just a 17-year-old minor, and all these adult felons and extremist group members uh, chased him and tried to murder him on more than one occasion within like a 10-minute period of time. He fought for his life to defend himself and neutralize the attack and get these people off of him to where he could run to the police and get police help. But now we have different liberal news groups, or if you want to call them news groups, different Democrat liberal agenda groups with their own personal narrative that they're trying to push on you and brainwash you with, are trying to say that Kyle, this 17-year-old minor, who they're claiming came from like several states away. It's like, okay, he came across the state line, but the town was like 10 minutes away. Okay, Joe Smith drives 10 minutes to get to a Walmart and the home office, or the home office town of Walmart, where the first Walmart started. Joe Smith drives that far to get to a Walmart. So driving 10 minutes somewhere is like nothing. Like his town was like on one side of the border, and guess Kenosha, Wisconsin is like on the other side of the border. Everyone's reporting. So it's not like he came from 500 miles away just to spray bullets into a group of peaceful protesters like these lamestream media, liberal papers, and agenda sources are trying to brainwash you into thinking. Earlier that day, he was cleaning up graffiti, trying to wash graffiti off the walls that terrorists spray painted, gang members spray painted. Earlier that night, he was rendering aid to peaceful protesters that were injured during the demonstration, during the protests. In fact, that's how he got separated from his group. He went to render aid to fellow peaceful protesters, even those that had different views than he had. And in doing so, he crossed the police line. And then after he rendered the aid, the police would not let him go back behind their line to return back to where his other friends were hanging out at the used car lot. Um, so he ended up having to find somewhere else to go, and in the process, a registered sex offender from raping children threatened to kill him and chased him. And then someone fired off a gunshot at him, causing Kyle to think that this child molester chasing him had pulled a gun and fired a shot at him. Kyle instinctively turned and returned fire and took down the ex-felon chasing him, trying to kill him. He then circled back around to call 911 and render aid, and 3 more shots rang out at him from someone trying to spray bullets into the crowd. And then a group of nearby felons and extremist group members saw what happened and said, "Get him, kill him, beat him up, let's get him," and charged at him, ran after him. So then poor 17-year-old Kyle took off running down the street towards police until these adults caught up with him and threw him to the ground and kicked him, tried kicking him in the head, tried bashing his head in with a skateboard. One, that's a member of an extremist group, even pulled a gun on him, what looked like a Glock 45, and tried to shoot Kyle in the head with it. But luckily Kyle was able to hit the guy in the arm and disarm him. No pun intended. And that guy fled like the pussy he was. But then as Kyle got up and ran for the police, and that pussy just started emptying his Glock magazine down the street. Fired 9 shots, at least 9. That's what Joe Smith counted. 9 shots fired. Well, after Kyle got up and was running for the police, and 9 shots rang out behind him, down the street behind him somewhere, because he turned around and looked down the street to see where the shots were coming from. So they weren't coming from in front of him. They weren't coming from his left or right. They came from behind him. And the only person we know that had a gun that was behind him was this extremist group member that just tried to murder him while he laid on his back in the street. Yes, an adult extremist member tried to murder a child laying on his back in the street. Well, now, this morning, or overnight, Joe Smith seen it this morning, but the Los Angeles Times newspaper posted a fake news story claiming that this minor Kyle, who was a peaceful protester, is like some terrorist militia group. No, he was attacked by a terrorist militia group. He fought for his life against a terrorist militia group, all of which had felony records. Yes, felony records. Look it up. They all have felony records. Joe Smith looked them all up. Every single one. Joe Smith used a company background check program, looked up their names. They all have felony records. But now, the Los Angeles Times posted this video on YouTube claiming to be news, claiming that Kyle just drove halfway across the country to start spraying bullets into the crowd, and all these heroes of the Hero Nation out there started posting comments to that video, calling the LA Times out, saying, "You're full of shit, you're full of bullshit, this is all bullshit, this is fake news. You're lying. This ain't right. You're slandering Kyle. This ain't what happened at all. Every single post on there was bad-mouthing the LA Times, claiming that their story was a complete fabrication, complete falsehood. Joe Smith even posted exact details of everything that happened over the course of the night so they could get their story straight, and then within 30 minutes they turned comments off. Yes, LA Times newspaper and YouTube page, whatever, wants to use the First Amendment of the Constitution so they can publish whatever the fuck they want, whether it's true or not. They're like, well, we can publish this because we have First Amendment on our side, the LA Times says. It don't have to be true. We have First Amendment on our side, so we can publish whatever bullshit we want that fits our narrative to brainwash you heroes into believing their bullshit. But then when you heroes use your First Amendment rights to speak out against the LA Times terrorist organization or terrorist supporters, they shut you up. They shut you down. They turn off comments. They shut you up. The press, using their First Amendment rights, shut off your First Amendment rights and shut you up. Are you going to stand for this? You going to stand for LA Times shutting you up? Also, British Sun Paper, Chicago Sun-Times, WGN TV network are posting fabricated fake stories about the incident. We got something called cancel culture nowadays. Joe Smith here thinks it's time to start canceling some of these organizations. Cancel WGN. Cancel Chicago Sun-Times. Cancel Los Angeles Times. Cancel British Sun Paper. Write your email people advertising with them and say that you're tired of the lies and the brainwashing attempts and the bullshit and the fake news and fabricate stories and the race wars that they're trying to start and the civil war they're trying to start with the country. Say that you will no longer support those sponsors, companies, or products as long as they do business with those terrorist supporters like WGN and terrorist supporters like Chicago Sun-Times and terrorist supporters like Los Angeles Times and terrorist supporters like British Sun Paper. Tell their advertising sponsors, you're canceled. Either cancel your sponsorship with those terrorist supporters, or we're going to cancel our support of your products and business. That's how you get shit done in America. Not by robbing people, not by looting stores, not by stealing Nike shoes, not by stealing Gucci purses, not by burning stores down, not by setting cars on fire, not by attacking police. No, you get shit done in America by calling people sponsors up, by calling these corporations that sponsor these people and pay these people and tell them you're not going to pay them no more. You're going to take your money and spend it elsewhere. That's how you get shit done in America. So heroes, Joe Smith here, and Kyle Rittenhouse, and heroes nationwide. We all need to band together. We all need your help. Start writing, calling, emailing these corporations that sponsor these terrorist supporters and say, you're canceled. Cancel them or you're canceled. Start doing it. But Joe Smith, signing out.